We'll do harmonium.
Grace, Ajitananda Brahmachary Prabhu ji ki Srila Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna सभी से निवेदन है प्लीज आगे आइए अपना अपना मोबाइल को स्विच ऑफ या साइलेंट मोड में या एरोप्लेन मोड में डालिए
I think it's 4.2.3.5, huh? Yes. Prabhu, we'll wait for them to finish or we'll start? Start? Yeah, like that. Gopal, Haribol. Here it's on. Maybe a little closer, yeah? Gauranga. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivarandhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivarandhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Jayo Braja Janaranjana. Jayo Yashodanandana. Jayo Braja Janaranjana. Jayo Braja Janaranjana. Jayo Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jayo Kunja Bihari. Jayo Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jayo Kunja Bihari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jayo Kunja Bihari. Jayo Radha Madhava. Jayo Kunja Bihari. Yo Radha Madhava. Jayo Kunja Bihari. Faster. Jayo Radha Madhava. Jayo Kunja Bihari. Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha. Jayo Girivaradhari. Jayo Girivaradhari. Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jayo Gopi Jana Vallabha. Jayo Girivaradhari. Jayo Girivaradhari. Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jayo Yashodanandana. Jayo Braja Janaranjana. Jayo Braja Janaranjana. Jayo Yashodanandana. Jayo Braja Janaranjana. Jayo Braja Janaranjana. Jayo Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Kunja Bihari Vanachari Jayo Jayo Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Kunja Bihari Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Radha Madhava ki jai, Shri Gauranitai ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare. You're my guru for Sangeet Shastra. So only one has commentary, no? 2, 3. Actually, 2. The fourth one, no? Okay, so which one I should read with devotees? But you will display all of them. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we will be reading this morning from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 2nd chapter, entitled Daksha Curses Lord Shiva, text 3 to 5. So text 4 has purport, so maybe together we can read text 4, and I will read separately 3 and 5. Etadakyahi me brahman jam will all 3. No, but I mentioned I will together we'll read 4th one because there is purport. Etadakyahi me brahman jam. This is called habit. Okay, once more try. Etadakyahi me brahman jamatu shvashurasya cham vidveshastu yatha pranams tatyaje dustyajan sati. My dear Maitreya, to part with one's life is very difficult. Would you kindly explain to me how such a son-in-law and father-in-law could quarrel so bitterly that the great goddess Sati could give up her life. Now you can kindly repeat after me. Maitreya uvacha pura vishvasrijam satre samitaham paramarishayaham tatha amaraganaham sarve sa anugaham munayaham agnayaham Maitreya uvacham pura vishvasrijam satre pura vishvasrijam satre sametav paramarshayaham sametav paramarshayaham tatamaragana sarve tatamaragana sarve sanugamuna yognayaham. Vaishnavas, Maitreya uvacha Maitreya Vacham. The sage Maitreya said, Puram, formerly, at the time of Swambhuva Manu, Vishwasrijam, of the creators of the universe, Satre, at a sacrifice, Samitaham, were assembled, Paramarishayaham, the great sages, Tata, and also Amaraganaham, the demigods, Sarve, all, Sa Anugaham, along with their followers, Munayaham, the philosophers, Agnayaha, the fire gods. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The sage Maitreya said, in a former time, the leaders of the universal creation perform a great sacrifice in which all the great sages, philosophers, demigods, and fire gods assembled with their followers. Purport. Upon being asked by Vidura, the sage Maitreya began to explain the cause of the misunderstanding between Lord Shiva and Daksha, because of which the goddess Sati gave up her body. Thus begins the history of a great sacrifice performed by the leaders of the universal creation, namely Marichi, Daksha and Vasishta. These great personalities arranged for a great sacrifice, for which demigods like Indra and the fire gods assembled with their followers. Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva were also present. And I will also read text 5 as requested. Tatra pravishtam rishayo drishtvarkam ivarochisha brajamana viti miram kurvantam tanmahat sadaham. When Daksha, the leader of the Prajapatis, entered that assembly, his personal bodily luster, as bright as the effulgence of the sun, the entire assembly was illuminated, and all the assembled personalities became insignificant in his presence. So, the Srimad Bhagavatam is full of wonderful narrations which are very useful for our lives, and we should know how to extract the essence of these stories, Siddhanta Sara. Otherwise we become caught up in stories and we don't get the essence. Basically this story speaks about Vaishnava culture, Vaishnava Sadachar, how to avoid Vaishnava Parad and how to avoid the mentality of offender, Nindaka Svabhava, and also how the great personalities, they reject offenders or critiques, Nindaka Parityaga. So Srimad Bhagavatam is full of such narrations which are helping us to progress from Shraddha to Prema. And as we will see, the Lord Shiva is not ordinary person, and the behavior of great personalities, Prema Bhaktas, we can't judge as per their mudra, cheshta, vakya, etc. So that is the essence of story. And Srimad Bhagavatam is wonderful scripture, and from beginning it's full of narrations which are helping us to understand the culmination of all the Vedas, that is Krishna Katha. So from the beginning we hear that the pramana, the epistemology, is to hear from Shabda Brahma. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adhikavaya. That Supreme Lord Brahma have learned this knowledge within his heart from Tene, from him, the Supreme Lord. Who is that Supreme Lord? Swayam Bhagavan Shri Krishna. And also is setting up the mentality by which the student should reflect on the teachings. He said Hridaya Adhikavaya. So he reflected within himself on that knowledge when he was revealed. So knowledge is not just to be taken as gyan, but to reflect at how to apply and experience that knowledge. And in beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam it is also mentioned that it's Mahamuni Krite, Srila Vyasadeva Mahamuni Krite. It is composed by Srila Vyasadeva, and therefore the student should become a scholar as well. He should know how to read Sanskrit, how to read purport. Tatparya Linga is the way how do you read purport and how do you extract the essence. So this is indicating the that we should become scholars, learned, because bhakti is based on Shastra. Shruti Smriti Purnadi Pancharatrika Vidim Vina. What is the third line? But Aikantiki Harer Bhaktir Upatyaiva Kalpate. bhakti which is not based on scriptures like Shruti, Smriti or Purana and others, Pancharatra, Vidhi, it is just disturbance in society. So what is Veda? Veda is knowledge. So bhakti is based on what? It's based on knowledge. Otherwise we will invent and imagine the kalpanartha, our own meanings of devotional service, and will craft ideas, and this will not lead us towards Shuddha Bhakti and ultimately Prema Bhakti. So sometimes we think, oh, but the Srimad Bhagavatam devotional service, this is about sentiment. It's not only about sentiment, it's about cognition and action as well, because Bhakti Yoga includes also the action and cognition. Cognition means to understand the knowledge. Sambandha Gyan, Abhideya Gyan, Prayojana Gyan. This is Gyan, no? And Gyan is not information. The Gyan is applied knowledge, practical knowledge which is leading us in higher consciousness. So Mahamuni Krite, and also it said Shukam Mukha Amrita Dravya Samyatam. It is heard, or it is spoken by Shukadeva Goswami. So the knowledge must be heard from Guru Parampara. We can't do the self-study and come to the conclusions, because whenever we read Shastra, we will read actually as per our own samskaras. But if you have a Guru Bhakti, the same as for Deva, Yata, how is saying the shloka? Yata Deve Parabhaktir Tata Dev. You say it, Prabhu, I can hear it. Yata Deve Parabhaktir Tata. Again? Yasya Deve Parabhaktir. Yata Deve Tata Guru. Tasyaite Prakashante Mahatmanaha. So the only one who has Guru Bhakti, the same like for the Deva, the purports of Srimad Bhagavatam will be revealed, or all Vedic scriptures. Why is like this? Because then the student will not bring forth his misgivings and his misconceptions. Because in Guru Bhakti he has a trust that Guru knows the Shastra, because the Guru learned from his Guru. And Guru, what is one of the essential qualities of Guru? It is that he is the best learner. How one becomes Guru? He is the best learner. And the Guru doesn't want to be Guru. Guru wants to be servant of Krishna. And if someone is servant of Krishna, then he can teach others. Otherwise, if someone wants to be Guru, then this is Upadhi. So we should become learners, Shishyas. And then the whole society is very prosperous when we become Shishyas. Otherwise, we can create Upadhis. Oh, I'm a Guru, I'm a Purohit, I'm Pujari, I'm Brahman, this, that. All mostly Upadhis, no? So, should be learned from Guru, and then it is said that the sadhana is dharma projita kaitravo paramo nirmat saranam. This Srimad Bhagavatam is free from kaitava dharma. What is kaitava dharma? It is dharma for the sake of getting the results of dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Dharma, artha and kama are bhukti, and moksha is mukti. No? So the worst of them is saying Kaitava Pradhan is moksha vancha, desire for liberation. It goes completely against the desire to please Krishna. We say we should go back home, back to Godhead, no? But desire to be liberated is materialistic, because it is just how we should rid ourselves from pain. And it's still about yourself. It's not about transcendental love for Krishna. Bhakti is about our sense enjoyment, and mukti is about freedom from pain, which comes from sense enjoyment. So Bhagavad Dharma is free from this Kaitava Dharma. That is the sadhana. And this sadhana is actually only Shuddha Bhakti, Ahaitukya Pratihatam, causeless and ceaseless devotion to Krishna. And what is the goal of Srimad Bhagavatam? In the third verse of Mangalacharana is Pibatam Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. Drink this Srimad Bhagavatam. And when you drink Srimad Bhagavatam, you will drink the rasa of great devotees, how they had relationship with Krishna and how they enjoyed relationship with Krishna. So in that way, the Lord Chaitanya have formulated the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. He said, Atayeva, therefore, Bhagavate etina kaya, samanda avideya prayojana haya. Therefore, in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is only three things. Sambandha Videya Prayojana. Sambandha, knowledge of our relationship with Krishna. Abhideya, process, how to act in that relationship, and what is the goal of that relationship. It is prema. So interesting, prema is the goal. Krishna is not the goal. Demons also achieve Krishna, no? So they touch Krishna, they have been in his presence, they have darshan, no? But they didn't achieve prema. So sambandha is Krishna, but the prema for Krishna, that's the goal. That's the position of Srimati Radharani and all other Vrajavasis. So we want to achieve that, not like Kamsa, not thinking about Krishna forcefully in fear. He always thought about Krishna, but not favorably. Otherwise, this is not anukulena Krishnanushīlanam. So this is the system of presenting Vedas by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said in all Vedas there is only three things. Bhagavan Sambandha Bhakti Abhideya Hoya Prema Prayojana Vedatina Vastu Hoya. Shri Krishna, Bhagavan, is the central point of four relationship. Mukhya Sambandha. We have Mukhya Sambandha and Gauna Sambandha. Primary relationships, that is with our source. Janmad Asya Yataka, he's the source of all creation. Then Gauna Sambandha, family relationship, society, with demigods, etc. Then Bhakti Abhideya, only devotional services process, not Gyan, not Tapa, not Karma, not Yagya, not all these, different kinds of vratas, etc., etc. So Bhakti is the Abhideya. And what is the goal? Prema Prayojana. Vedatina Vastuhaya. Vastu is the subject, like school subject. So in Vedas there are only three subjects. And Lord Chaitanya explained everything in the terms Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana. Even Chatushlokya Srimad Bhagavatam is saying these three things. Jnana Paramaguhya Me. The knowledge of me is very, very, very guhyam, confidential, no? Yad Vijnana Samanvitam. It's also scientific and possible to experience and realize. Sarahasyan. It is very mystical, and that is Prema Bhakti, the Prayojana. The first part is Sambandha Gyan, second one is Prayojana Gyan, the love of Godhead. And Tad Angam Cha, Tad Angam with its limbs. Which limbs? The limbs of devotional service, Navanga Bhakti. Tad Angam Grihana Gadita Maya. It's Lord Krishna is telling to his disciple, Lord Brahma, Grihana Gadita Maya. Grihana like Grahana, just grasp this, take this knowledge. Accept this knowledge. So in that way Lord Chaitanya explained that all the knowledge in Vedas is termed in Sambandha Videya Prayojana. So with this short introduction, what would you say, what is this knowledge of fourth canto where we hear about Daksha curses Lord Shiva and the whole scene? Is this Sambandha Videya or Prayojana? I'm asking because we should try to think in Srimad Bhagavatam, what is this knowledge? Is theoretical, practical, experiential? Why? Okay, why? Okay, we said the essence is Vaishnava Parad, how to avoid. So, one of the levels of devotional story is Anartha Nivriti, and there are anarthas coming from aparadas. So it's process definitely, because we want to purify ourselves from all anarthas, including aparadas. Otherwise, bhakti will not progress. So definitely, yes, this is the Abhideya Gyan, and it is, we see how Srimad Bhagavatam, it is Abhideya Gyan but from social perspective, from Dharma Shastra perspective, the social customs. The Daksha, the Prajapati have given his daughter to Shiva for marriage. So which knowledge is that? It's Dharma Shastra. In Dharma Shastra we have 8 types of weddings, Vivahas, Gandharva, Asura, then Rishaya, then Manushya and others. And then from these different kinds of marriages come 8 kinds of Asura human beings and 8 kinds of divine human beings. All explained in Ayurveda. You can find as per gunas how the biology and the architecture of mind is created. So they were very much interested into this, how to properly engage and marry daughter. So that is the lesson, how to marry a daughter. And in ancient times we hear that there used to be Swayamvara. And you know what means Swayamvara? What means Swayam? Your own. And Vara? Sorry? Group. It means best. Vara. Swayamvara, your own best. Like Rukmini Vara or other. So in those times the arranged marriage was not fully, to say, imposed on couple, because otherwise doesn't have meaning Swayamvara. No, we hear how there was for Draupadi, the Swayamvara, for them for Rukmini Swayamvara. So that means that the groom had to prove himself, and then among those who are chosen to prove themselves, then she is choosing. Otherwise, no Swayamvara. In simple terms, the father should do one thing. My dear daughter, you should marry from good family. In all cultures in the world, it's like that. In my European culture and in Chinese culture, everywhere father thinks like that. So you should marry good person. I want that you make good choices. And father helps and mother helps in this term to choose what means good family, what means good man. But she is choosing. Of course, there are so many other things like checking jatakas, checking jati and varna, and to match anuloma, pratiloma. But basically, the assistance of mother and father is that daughter is choosing Swayamvara. And in that way, the marriage goes well. And actually here, we hear from Daksha that he was not actually willing to marry his daughter for Shiva. And because he didn't know the greatness of Shiva. Like this, he is offending so much Shiva. He's saying that this Shiva is smeared with ashes, and he is half naked, and he behaves with ghostly beings and all this. So who would want to marry his daughter for him? But Sati, the symbol of chastity, she wanted to marry Shiva because she knows his glory. So the whole story goes in that thing that Daksha was not satisfied. And what happened on this occasion, that three leaders of the universal creation, Marichi, Daksha and Vasishta, have created yagyas for the pleasure of demigods, and everyone was assembled and Daksha was entering. And he said here that everything was illuminated by his presence. So everyone stood up, but only Lord Shiva didn't stand up. And Daksha became very much disturbed because he didn't know actually who is Lord Shiva. He thought this is my son-in-law. It's natural that he has to stand up. So he misunderstood the Purvavidi for Paravidi. Purvavidi means the formal rule and later rule, or lower and higher rule. And because the position of Lord Shiva is unique, although he is your son-in-law, he is higher than yourself actually. Just like Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Avajananti Mamuda, the foolish persons, they don't know me, and so therefore they misbehave with Krishna. Same way Daksha have actually misbehaved with Lord Shiva. And the whole lesson is about mannerisms. And in our Gaudiya Vaishnava culture, mannerism means a lot. Who will first get the lamp? Who will first get served the prasad? No? Recently I saw one short video how King of Qatar was received by King of England. And they to a minute degree, they follow these etiquettes. It was discussed by people who know manners that the cousin of King have said before, the cousin of King of England have said before the Emir of Qatar, which is very inappropriate. And also they comment like when you, it's called cheers, no? When you chin the glass, which one is the higher? And it says the symbol of who is higher. So in aristocracy there is and royalty, there is always following of these mannerisms, because it's not just full of symbols, but it is also the practicality. And Manu Samhita is explaining many things like that, especially in connection of how disciples should behave with a teacher, and how should grihastha receive guests, etc. Otherwise, so many offenses are there. So we need to learn how to please Vaishnavas. The essence of Vaishnava etiquette is Vaishnava Santosh, the pleasure of Vaishnavas. So here definitely the Daksha have been confused, that didn't act properly, and what happened? He spoke very badly about Lord Shiva. He offended him. He said very bad words, which I will not repeat, and offended him. And then in the return, not offended but cursed even, and then in return, the Nandishwar, the bull, have offended back Daksha, and then the Brigumuni offended Nandi and Shiva, and like this. So the whole story goes that it became so bad that they fought and killed each other because of this. And Sati finally did Sati, from where the whole ceremony is coming, of Sati burning herself. The chaste lady burned herself, later appeared as a Parvati. One point was there. anyhow, the so the essence of story is to, yes, the point was that how Lord Shiva took this as a Vaishnava, because he is greatest Vaishnava, Vaishnava Yata Shambhu. How he took this, if someone offends you, how should you take? Someone cursed you. He cursed him. The Daksha said, all demigods will get their part of Ahuti, but Shiva will not get. And Lord Shiva was so satisfied. I don't need to go for all these yagyas where materialistic demigods are there. Demigods are thinking, oh, how much I got punya, yagyapala, so that I can enjoy my position. So they think like, and Shiva, being a Vaishnava, he said, this is not curse, this is blessing. I don't need to associate with materialistic demigods. Atsasanga Tyaga. And these are the valuable lessons over there. So, in Lord Chaitanya's Lila, we also see how he was very careful in behavior with Vaishnavas, and he properly established Vaishnava Sadachar, and he told to Sanatana Goswami to write book on Vaishnava Sadachar. That book is called Hari Bhakti Vilas, which is very elaborate, but if you have courage, you can read it. It's the, to say, padati for everything, from washing mouth, waking up, constructing temples, celebrating festivals, everything is in that book. There is translation in English as well. So we should be very careful with Vaishnava aparadas, and in Chaitanya Lila we see what is the effect of Vaishnava fans. For example, disciple of Madhavendra Puri, whose name was, I think, Paramananda Puri, have criticized his guru. Because at the deathbed, Madhavendra Puri, most exalted Prema Bhakta, he was lamenting about Krishna. And then his disciple have criticized him. He said, oh, on the deathbed you are lamenting, why are you behaving like this? So because he couldn't recognize the great position of Madhavendra Puri, this lamentation, pralapana, is not materialistic. He was not lamenting for material objects. He was lamenting because he is a great devotee of Krishna. So that was the sign of prema, not the sign of his conditioned life. And as the effect, the Paramananda Puri became great Vaishnava critique, the blasphemer, Vaishnava aparadi, and his nature was as nindaka svabhav. So what happened with such person? He would go to Jagannath Puri and he would forcefully serve Vaishnavas too much prasadam. He would serve by purpose, and then later, you know what he said? Look how much they are eating. What kind of sannyasis are these? Oh, look, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eating so much. Because this is the fault of dry vairagya, shushka vairagya. You can't understand the glory of Mahaprasadam, of Sadhu Sangha. And then Lord Chaitanya, as a sannyas, he appreciated him as the god brother of his guru, and they reduced prasadam for time being while Paramananda Puri is in Jagannath Puri. And they were very strict but very dissatisfied with this. And as soon as he left, they continued back to eating as much as they wanted. Exactly like this is written in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So the one who offends the Vaishnava, the Guru and Sadhu, he'll become great critique, and he will always see small things in others. He'll become smarta. Only rules and regulations. Mm. And the real smarta is the one who always remembers Krishna and never forgets. So we should be inside strict in our remembrance of Krishna. And outside we should be relaxed. Relaxed in a sense that we don't follow rules and regulations to say forcefully, oh, you didn't do like this, you didn't do like this. Real smarta, he remembers Krishna and he sees, oh, this Vaishnava is doing this much. That's great. Otherwise, you become overly strict like smarta outside, and inside you will not remember Krishna. Definitely. So we should be very, very careful with these Vaishnava paradas, because it will create wrong mentality, and then remembrance of Krishna will not be there. And the goal of life is to always remember Krishna and never forget him. So these are some of the lessons which we can learn from this lila, Daksha curses Lord Shiva, and we have only 2 minutes before the yagya of Ishtagoshti will start, and therefore I will stop, otherwise someone may curse him or who knows. We have like 2-3 minutes for questions. Where? Over there? Only one question, okay. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu, I just want to know, how can someone like Daksha curse an exalted transcendental person like Lord Shiva? How can transcendental persons get cursed like this by someone like Daksha? Daksha is material.
Like Lord Shiva, how he
Yeah.
can be cursed?
Yeah, I mean, how can the curse materialize in the first place, no?
But it's very interesting. Here it's, would you kindly explain to me how such a son-in-law, Shiva, and father-in-law, also such great personalities, could quarrel so bitterly that the great goddess Sati could give up her life? Basically, this is the fundamental question. How is this possible? That he cursed him, and how that this have materialized? We can see in this Lila of Maharaj Parikshit that his character was to take it as the Lord's or the will of providence. And he allows things to happen. But later we also saw the greatness of Lord Shiva, how he revived everything because Brahma instructed him so. So finally there are lessons for us, but they allow because they see that there are archetypes of universe. They personally are archetypes of universe. So the Krishna wants to teach something through these personalities. Otherwise they can curse back and nullify the curse, and this called shapa, I believe, no? We have Ashirvad and shapa is the curse, no?
Prabhu, what I want to know is,
Okay.
can anybody curse a Vaishnava? I mean, you can just talk bad words, but you cannot really cause those words to become true, no?
That depends on the quality of Vaishnava. Of course, Shiva is Parama Bhakta, and that must be some higher arrangement. But someone who is Sadhaka Bhakta, he still has conditionings. And to the degree of these conditionings, he can be caught by material effects. One devotee told me that unfortunately he divorced his wife, they separated their parts, and they had 2 children. And his ex-wife have thrown some spell on him. They had very bad experience for years with this. He said, I would feel very odor smell in the room. He said, I would feel like someone is hitting me nails into head. And he contacted few devotees who are mystics dealing with these things. They said there were so many ghosts were there in that place. So to the degree of our conditionings. And what to do in those situations? The Shuddhanam. You need to find sadhu, and Shuddhanam will remove all that. Of course, there are practical things in like these people, mystics, they remove this. Yagyas can be do for protection, but Shuddhanam is always solution. Take shelter of Guru, sadhu, and do Shuddhanam. I'll go now, otherwise someone will curse me. No, it's over time. Thank you so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. So we are blessed that today is very important Ishgoshti for us.